get along.
Not now.
We get along.
Not now.
Hello, my name's Jane Ashcroft, aka the Girl with 1,000 Voices, and I've written a short story entitled The Girl with 1,000 Voices. Pinstriped, brown and cream, dirty looking, compressed cardboard suitcase, straight from the 60s, dusty, crumpled and abandoned until recently in the attic of my parents' little council house on an estate in Bury, Lancashire. What is in this suitcase, you may ask? Oh, I can tell you in great detail what is in this suitcase, because it's mine. My magic suitcase full of wigs, hats and props, which I used for impersonating TV personalities and other such famous folk. They said I was good, better than good, very good. She's another Faith Brown. And so they nicknamed me the Girl with 1,000 Voices. I won trophies, medals and even a free holiday to Butlins. It made friends for me, this talent. And the truth is, I love to entertain and make people laugh. I just didn't know it back then. First stage appearance is in Blackpool at the Peter Webster Show on the North Pier. Now this is a big step forward from my nana's front room, where I regularly performed for all my aunties and uncles at the weekend. My mum is a twin, a boy-girl twin, and also one of 9 kids. And my nana, she had another set of boy-girl twin. 7 pregnancies, 9 kids. And my dad was one of 8. We were a huge family. I wonder how they managed when I look back. Inspiration and entertainment kept them going. In their own heyday, they had a band. Sorry, correct terminology is a group. And they were called the Kelly Stones. Mum was the singer, and she could belt out Bobby's Girl or Stupid Cupid at the drop of a hat. And 2 of my uncles were the guitarists, Jack and Gordon. God bless, all passed away now. They played at working men's clubs, pubs, and even some summer shows in Blackpool. And so it seemed only natural to them that I would be doing the same thing some years later. So here we are, on the stage of the North Pier at the Peter Webster Show. It's not packed, it's the morning session, and this is where Mum and Dads bring their talented offspring to show off. Gosh, I was so nervous. A 9-year-old stick-thin girl on holiday with her mum, nana and little brother. Dad didn't come with us to Blackpool. He stayed home to work overtime on the Bury holiday fortnight. Every penny counted then, just as it does now. So, all the kids with a bit of talent are invited up onto the stage. There we sit in a line, looking out into the expectant faces of our parents. Thumbs up and nods of encouragement. The quick-witted silver-tongued compere begins his show, and he makes his way down the line, asking what every and each one of us will do for our act today. He sorts of makes it sound cheesy before we even get our chance, that we're going to be crap. I'm going to tell some jokes, offers a cheeky kid with a grubby but cute face. I'm going to sing a song, says the pretty girl with blonde curly hair. And I'm thinking, oh God, what am I going to say? And then he's there, right in front of me. Oh, what's your name, darling, and what are you going to do today? My mind's whirling. No way am I going to say impersonations. So I blurt it out. I'm going to sing a song. I can see the gobsmacked looks of disbelief on the faces of my mum and nana. Oh well, singing I was. And to this day, I remember the song, some dribble about a sunbird telling a story of a land far away where the sun shines forever and the clouds melt away. What was I thinking? Tone deaf is an understatement. Too flat or too squeaky and just goddamn awful. Needless to say, at clapometer time, when Peter held his hand over my head to gauge the crowd approval, there was no applause. No cheering or clapping for this lass. But everyone taking part is given a stick of rock, and so I trundle off with my Blackpool rock in hand. You will go back there tomorrow, lady, and do your show. Mum's really angry and fed up that I've let her down. Oh, sorry, I just felt stupid saying impressions and then everyone laughing at me. I couldn't explain that at home. It was different because I knew everybody. And I knew it was funny and it made people laugh. But the other kids weren't doing this. I was going to have to get my head round this. Nana and Mum give me that look. Don't answer back. And that's it, enough said. I'm going back there tomorrow. Day 2 of the Peter Webster Show, morning sessions. These sessions accumulated in a weekend finale where the winner from every morning show competed to win the grand final. Talent shows, becoming a star and getting famous were just as big then as they are now. Opportunity knocks. I so wanted to be on that show with Hughie Green. Simon Cowell must have got his ideas from the likes of these guys. So I'm back, sat on a chair in a line on the stage. And here he comes again. Come on, Jane, I say to myself, you can do this. Impersonations. I'm going to do TV stars off the telly. Peter's already gone through a list of potential acts I could perform. And now it's his turn to be gobsmacked. I'll have to sit in the crowd for this one. And he goes off stage and sits in the front row with the crowd, many of whom were there yesterday, checking out who's going through for the grand finale. X Factor, move over. The parents mean business here. They all think I'm going to be crap again. So I step up to the microphone and with a sweeping gesture of my arm I begin. Nice to see you. Nice. I'm Bruce Forsyth, hosting the popular 70s TV show The Generation Game. And the Generation's guest stars today are a host of the famous, from TV's Eddie Waring with his warbling It's Up and Under, or Don the Trilby. Hilda Baker, tell him that joke, Cynthia. Kenneth Williams, Margaret Thatcher. And then I'm there with my berry on, doing my Frank Spencer stance. Ooh, Betty, the doggy did a whoopsie in the garden. And my finale is the Pam Ayres poem. Oh, how I wish I'd looked after me teeth. The crowd are clapping and cheering. Peter is actually stood up clapping, and I can see my mum and my nana beaming. I've done 'em proud. Skipping down the prom later that day felt good. I was going to be in the final. The final at the weekend is won by a girl singing like Lena Zavaroni. Mama, he's making eyes at me. I hate that song. One of the funniest memories I have of the whole of the Blackpool Peter Webster Show experiences is that of my own little brother called Peter. No talent and no interest in the proceedings. He's on the stage, sat in a chair waiting for his turn. And what's your name and what are you going to do? He says, no, I've just come for a stick of rock. And so begins the next few years of my life as a child entertainer. My mum and nana now have themselves a golden girl. Not that I wasn't their golden girl anyway, but overnight they have found all manner of shows and competitions for me to enter into. Mrs. Jelly's concert troupe. This is a short-lived thing. A, they're a bunch of girls what I consider to be playing dressing up and singing songs. And B, they're always in old people's home to entertain the elderly. And the old people have no idea what I'm doing. They just sit and look at me all dumb. When the other girls start their singing and dancing, they perk up. A, you're adorable. B, you're so beautiful. C, you're a cutie full of charms. And so on through the alphabet. I join in with this song and a whole afternoon's worth of kids' songs and entertainment for the old and infirm. By the third week, I'm done. No more Mrs. Jelly's concert troupe, Mum, please, no. And if you're listening to this and you know that alphabet song that I've described, I hope it's jogged your memory. I know it all by heart. By now, the whole of the top shops on the main road, 8 or more shops in a row, they know what I can do. And every time I go to the co-op for me nana's bits and fags, I get ambushed. Here she is, Mrs. Kelly's granddaughter. Go on, love, do your show, do a bit of your stuff. They giggle and say well done and aren't I great. And then I'm permitted to continue on with my errands. I feel kind of special, and it's nice to be liked. The Top Town Talent Competition. Auditions are held, and all manner of entertainers line up to get a place on the Bury team. I do my show, voices practiced to perfection using a tape cassette recorder, done over and over, and the suitcase with its wigs, props and hats, the tools of my trade, which I now wield like a pro. Auditions seem to go well, but we don't know how it's received. Results are to follow in the post or by phone call. The letter arrives, and I am in. The girl with 1,000 voices, we want you for the Bury team. Big time now. Excitement rises. Everyone in the family has tips to pass on. They all want me to do well. I have to compete as part of a talented team for my town. The whole event is going to be broadcast on the radio. Our team is to compete against Team Manchester, and the event will be held at the Elizabethan Suite in the Bury Town Hall. Our team consists of a classical singer, a classical pianist, and a group with a really good female lead singer, and she's called Jane too. There's myself, and I can't remember who else. Mum and Dad tape it on a cassette, and they too have saved this somewhere in their attic. They occasionally threaten to find it and play it to my friends. Well, I'm in my 50s. You wouldn't believe it, would you? They love me and my brother so much. They think we're great, but I don't think they know we've actually grown up. So, the Top Town Talent Competition gets underway, and its results in on the night. Broadcasts, live scores from other towns' teams come in. I receive great reviews and good points. And I'm still quite young, and the whole process seems to go on forever. Reviews, points, more reviews, our team, their team, points, reviews, until finally they tot up the scores. And the Bury team lose by just 1 point. There's a recount. A competition like this cannot be so close and not confirmed exactly for all involved. But it's final. The Manchester team win. Bury are out of the competition. Well, folks, it's another newspaper clipping. And yeah, you guessed it. It's in the attic somewhere. A year or so down the line, and I start to attend secondary school, or high school as mine is called. And is it my luck, but on my first year, they hold a talent competition. And by this time, my act is well polished, and I've already won that holiday at Butlins. And I've performed with Stu Francis of Ooh, I Could Crush a Grape fame, and nowadays a pantomime legend himself. We performed together at the Mecca Bingo Christmas Gala, where my nana was a regular bingo queen. I was presented with a big bouquet of flowers, and I'm pretty sure Stu must have got $1 for his part. On visiting a pantomime in the UK with my mum, she said, "Hey, there he is after the show. Why don't you go up and say hello?" I said, "No, I don't think you, Mum. He won't remember me. It's too long ago." The folks to this day. She could have been big. She could have made it, you know. They make me laugh. I feel like I've done okay, despite the paths that I've chosen to follow. So, Tottington High School. First year block with Miss Flood, my form teacher, who happens to be the English teacher as well. Here we go, the talent competition. Is there anyone who wants to take part in the school's talent competition? I am so in here. Catapulted into the good books overnight. I become a big hit with my teachers, friends and peers. The competition itself has a build-up to it that could well have put Britain's Got Talent into the shade. Pupils were asked to sell tickets to family and friends. The school assembly hall was packed. It was a sellout. Contenders were for first place were me, Fiona, a prefect and a contemporary ballet dancer performing to a track entitled Steam Heat, and Shirley, another dancer but performing what I thought was a better classical ballet dance. Needless to say, all my family came. I must have sold 20 or more tickets, and I can see their faces as I look down into the crowd. I've got this in the bag. My act is polished to perfection. People laugh and I feel a buzz when I'm on stage. It's got to come from all the good energy surrounding me. Backstage, it's electric. So many people telling me how great I am and that it's mine. There's no doubt about it. You've won. The energy is glowing. I'm on top of the world. I don't need to be told that I've won. I know I've won. We all file back on stage for the announcement of the winners. The host for the evening begins his speeches, thanking everyone who has attended and participated, thanking all the family and friends for attending, and then he starts the build-up to the end. In reverse order, third place, I can't even remember who got it. In second place, the girl with 1,000 voices, Jane Ashcroft. Me. As I struggled to make myself move forward to collect the second place trophy, tears well up in my eyes. This can't be right. Everyone told me that I'd won. I'd be first. My hand stretches out to receive the trophy, and I'm detached from even the joy of winning a place. So big is this bubble that's just burst in my chest. And first place goes to Fiona with her fantastic dancing performance to Steam Heat. She steps forward, head held high, takes her bow and first place trophy. And she holds up the trophy and waves to her family and friends. The audience are clapping and cheering. We all wave and bow now and file off stage, grinning and waving to friends and loved ones of our own. And backstage again, everyone is happy to have been part of this great evening. And those with first and third place trophies are thrilled and delighted. The second place winner is, however, secretly wishing she were dead. Any contribution to the school's extracurricular activities are well noted and rewarded. So some recompense there, I suppose. Second? Only second? Gutted and empty. I walk into the assembly hall where I can see my family, and I struggle to stop them tears spilling down my face. You might think me ungrateful for this second place prize, but I cannot remove the dead feeling that's enveloping me. It's cold grey arms. My Uncle Harry, another of Mum's brothers who's passed away, God bless him, he tells me, "You're the best." He offers me words of encouragement. "You were great anyway." And I gladly accept all their cuddles and greedily lap up the love that they give to help me. But I have a feeling of resentment rising inside me towards the perfect prefect girl Fiona in her first place. It's irrational and it's ugly, but it invades me and I cannot stop it. This will be my downfall. I cannot deal with this second place. No one really notices though. I keep it well hidden. And the school hold another evening of entertainment. And this time it's your Lancashire Neat, serving hot pot and red cabbage, poetry readers and folk singers and a fiddler, and me, in my right best exaggerated Lancashire accent, I read poetry. I should be able to, it's where I'm from, come on. I'm also invited to perform at the school's assembly in the second year, where pupils with gifted talents from God read their poetry that they've written and recite their short stories. A young girl plays the clarinet, and again me, I'm asked to do my show. It's one of the few assemblies that I can recall where we're actually allowed to all laugh. Usually they are sombre occasions with prayers, hymns and schoolhouse recognitions and public dressing downs for misbehaviour. In years 3 and 4 and 5, the dressing downs were often mine. I advance along in life, into adolescence, like we all do, wondering what I will do and where I will go. What paths will I choose to follow? Boys come on the scene, and I find myself, like all girls, becoming conscious of my body and how perceived I am by others. I struggle to find the confidence this talent once gave me. I want to be respected, cool and grown up. And so, without even a backwards glance, I happily dismiss my talent, and without further ado, I wave goodbye to the girl with 1,000 voices.
We get along. Not now.